I'm here with Lynn Keogh, Special Counsel from McCullough-Robertson, and Lynn is at our Armidale conference. She's been speaking on solar and wind farms. It was a very popular topic, Lynn, and one of the things that I know was raised by the delegates was the whole issue of decommissioning. And I think, as he pointed out to me a moment ago, there are no actual regulations or rules on decommissioning, but it's a pretty big issue. Can you tell us a little more about it?
Of course, Rob. Thanks very much. So, as you mentioned, there's no sort of statutory obligation requiring developers to provide decommissioning security to any person. However, council or the consent authority may have some broad powers to implement sort of conditions relating to decommissioning, which may include security. Landowners, however, are more, attuned to this issue, and so they're trying to incorporate those provisions inside the contractual obligations in the leasehold documents with them instead. And it is a very hot topic on the timing of when the developer needs to provide this information and the security, because landholders, understandably, do not want to bear the risk of having to sort of decommission and remove all this massive infrastructure on their land whilst it is in operation. And so they're trying to get it provided up front. However, developers are understandably quite, I wouldn't say concerned about that, but a little bit more attuned to the fact that maybe this is more applicable or relevant towards the tail end of the term, so maybe 10 years out, because this, I think providing that security up front is cost prohibitive for them when they could be using the money for other opportunities during maintenance, as well as we consider the depreciation of those assets. So at the very start of the transaction, the infrastructure tends to be quite expensive, very new, very fancy, and so they fetch a higher price if they were to be resold rather than towards the end. But no doubt, I was very pleased with the number of questions about this topic, and I always encourage this discussion. So we will continue to see this evolve, I'm sure.
Lynn, thank you very much.
Thank you.